Welcome to 3-Act Structure Explained, where we prove that every movie is secretly the same movie. This time, we're looking at Argylle. Ready? Go. In Act 1, Ellie Conway is a best-selling author of schlocky spy novels about Agent Argylle. Her books are praised for their supposed extreme accuracy to real spy work, but she doesn't have much of a personal life.
I actually do have a hot date.
Yep, another hot date.
But there's more to her books than meets the eye. In the inciting incident, she runs into a real spy, Aiden Wilde, who tells her that her books are real. Somehow, she's been writing about actual spies and actual cases. So now the bad guys from her books, the Directorate, are after her, because they think that she can tell them the location of a master file MacGuffin she wrote about.
It would really be beneficial for you to hold on to me as tight as you can. I'm talking
bear hug like you've never held anyone before.
Ellie spends the first half of Act 2 totally overwhelmed. Aiden drags her from place to place, avoiding the Directorate's goons. She doesn't understand why she would know about this master file. She also doesn't totally believe what Aiden is telling her about all this. She's always been slow to let other people into her life. So even though we can sense Aiden's one of the good guys, she doesn't fully trust him.
How am I supposed to trust you now?
I'm a spy. Spies lie.
She also keeps having visions of Agent Argylle telling her to be careful of secrets and lies. The line from her books that we keep hearing is, "The greater the spy, the bigger the lie." This builds to the midpoint, where Ellie overhears Aiden talking on the phone about how he can't stand her and wishes she were dead.
Ellie Conway needs a bullet in her head.
So she runs away from him. She doesn't know who to trust, so she calls her parents. But her parents were part of the Directorate this whole time. Aiden saves her, and the second half of Act 2 explains how all these pieces fit together. Ellie Conway was never real. Ellie is really a spy named Argylle, get it? Who found the master file and then lost her memory. The Directorate captured her and gave her false memories so that she would write books that told them where to find it. If you're not following this, I don't blame you. It barely makes any sense when you're watching it either. Aiden was her partner, as in spy partner, but also a romantic partner. They rekindle their bond as her memories come back bit by bit. She has to reconcile the two different sets of memories in her head, the two different people she's become. Which one is the real one anymore?
When your job is to keep secrets, you learn to spot a lie, which leaves me puzzled because I watched you, as Ellie Conway, and never saw one.
Ellie goes to where she hid the master file and gets it back. But in the all is lost moment, the Directorate captures her and Aiden, and we learn the real truth. That Argylle was a double agent. She always worked for the Directorate. The Directorate takes the master file, and Argylle retakes her place as a member of the Directorate, with most of her memories intact, even shooting Aiden. The thing is, Ellie Conway might have been fake, but all this time she spent believing it was real, which in some way made her real. This is no longer the same person who would betray her partner, and she came to understand how much she really loves Aiden. She never killed Aiden, just shot him non-lethally. She waits for the right moment, and then steals the master file back. In the climax, she and Aiden fight their way out of the Directorate together, as a duo, perfectly in sync. She understands and accepts how much she's always loved this man. In the resolution, she, as Ellie, publishes the final Argylle novel about what happened. She merged both versions of herself, and she and Aiden are an unbreakable pair who will never be torn apart again.
They're partners. So whatever it is they do next, I'm sure they do it the way they did everything else, together.
So, what did the characters learn from this? And what can we learn? Here are the major themes of the story. Relationships. Making connections with other people, instead of living your whole life on your own, is the key to true happiness. Trust. In a world full of evil people who lie to you, trust your instincts to tell you who you should and shouldn't believe. And lies. When you put on a mask to change your identity, that mask, after a while, takes on a life of its own, and can even change who you are deep down.
all that goodness that's in you. That's who Ellie Conway is. And that's who you are.
Click the card on the left to see how another movie follows 3-act structure. Click the card on the right for a full explanation of what 3-act structure is and how it works. Subscribe if you like these videos and want to see more. And leave a comment if there's a movie you want to see the channel talk about next.